I would always argue that the most important requirement for internal quality assurance is the qualification specification, as it's a document that dictates everything about the level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice. And if it's not followed, learners won't get their level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice certificate. So the qualification specification is likely to determine other aspects of any qualification, and it's important because as an IQA, you have to ensure that your qualifications, regardless of who is assessing, meets the requirements, so you need to enforce these. Health and safety, for example, has a massive influence on the way that learners for the level 4 award in the internal quality assurance assessment process and practice complete their qualification. So first, before we run the course, we need to create risk assessments on the course, and even the type of study mode will make a massive difference. So for example, in classroom training, we need to consider the classroom environment, including the current COVID restrictions. We may need to carry out social distancing, wear face masks, and even consider social distancing. Each employer will also have its own policy on this, so you need to comply with these policies and procedures as well. So would your employer want you to quality assure if you tested positive and there's risk of staff getting infected and being ill as well? Health and safety also include your own. Are you going to a remote location? Are you going to work at night time? Are there any site-specific risks you need to be aware of? Think about the difference of quality assuring assessors on a construction site in comparison to a classroom. There are going to be huge differences, and you may need site clearance and induction training to carry out your duties. If you look at virtual learning now, learners may be staring at a screen all day. Now we need to think about DSE risk assessment. So DSE stands for display screen equipment, and you're likely to be considered a DSE user if you use a computer each day for more than 1 hour. Assessing online will probably fall into that category, so you might need to conduct a DSC and a desk and chair assessments for your assessors working from home. You can see where I'm going with this. So what happens if we decide to record assessments during virtual learning on the level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice? We are probably going to need permission from our learners to meet the general data protection regulations. So now we've got additional laws to worry about. So as the learners need to sign a waiver to share their data with the awarding body anyway, we've just added in this clause so it's okay, but not all training providers are aware of this. So when completing Unit 2 of the Level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice, you'll also need to submit CVs, CPD records, and qualifications of your assessors to demonstrate competence. This again is another requirement to get permission from your assessors. So just to be aware, and we have templates for you to use.